I'll pull it up.
What I'm
just
saying
so
is, you're still judging others.
Right, we are.
Yes.
Right.
But why?
Because it's right
Doesn't Christ say
righteous
turn
judgment.
the other cheek?
Sir,
Doesn't Christ say turn the other cheek? Doesn't it?
7:24.
But no, I'm just saying, no. It's context is context,
Sir,
regardless of the fact.
do
If
not
someone spits at
judge
you-
according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment according to Christ. That's what we're doing. We're judging with righteous judgment. Okay, sir, you're an enemy of God today. That's a righteous judgment. That's a
How is that
fact.
a righteous judgment?
That's a truth, sir.
How
It's
is
a
that
truth
righteous?
claim. It's a proposition that's truth.
How do you know it's a truth?
Because
how do you know what you're saying is not a falsity?
Because out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth has been speaking since you came over here. It's very clear, sir, that you're at war with God and you don't like God's messengers. So therefore, you're trying to tear us off the box.
Saying is I'm not
just
trying
like
to tear anybody.
Satan.
I'm just saying, just don't be judging everybody, because it's like.
Wait a minute. Should we follow your example? Who came up judging us?
I just was saying, no, don't judge, because I've been listening, I've been watching, and you've been really just ridiculing and judging others.
Name one propositional phrase that I said that was ridiculing.
I can say a bunch from last semester.
Okay, say one. Just one.
Huh?
Just one.
Well, this earlier you were talking about freaking others.
Earlier
not
or from
believing.
last semester?
Well, either way,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. You're telling people whether they believe or not. It should be up
Wait
to
a
the
minute.
person to believe.
Wait a minute.
You shouldn't be
What
your
was judgmental about? You never. What was the phrase I used that was judgmental?
Well, that, and you're condemning everybody to hell. If they're condemned to hell, it's on God's terms to judge if they're going to go to hell.
What was the exact phrase I used? Because I don't.
If you don't believe in God, you're going to go to hell. But yes, but still, you're being really judgmental.
Okay, is that a truth claim or not? Well, if it's a truth claim, sir, then I'm doing exactly what Christ has said. Judge with righteous judgment, not according to appearance. So the claim that if you're outside of Christ, you will go to hell, that's a truth claim.
Okay.
That's a righteous judgment. But still what?
Why do you have to be... Why don't you just pass out pamphlets?
So you don't like the preaching?
I really don't like...
Sir, those pamphlets are just as judgmental as what we preach. They say the same thing as what we're preaching.
At least somebody can read it and come to their own conclusions, rather than hearing argumentative fights.
So you're telling me as they're walking along, do they have to? Well, sir, we're going to get our orders from God, not you.
Okay.
Okay. Not somebody who's an enemy of God.
But how are you going to get these orders from God? Is God going to send?
They're in the scriptures. Go into all the world and preach the gospel, sir.
Okay.
Christ didn't go. He didn't say go into all the world and hand out pamphlets. Okay. He said go into all the world and preach.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing, because the Bible says faith comes by hearing, hearing by the word of Christ.
Okay.
And how will they hear without a preacher? It doesn't say how will they hear without a tract, although the gospel message is on that. It says how will they hear without a preacher? So the gospel has to get into their ears.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. So I agree. Yeah, we are judgmental. Yeah, yes, just like you're judgmental to us.
But I'm just saying that's not good. It's not. In itself is not. It's
Sir,
self-righteous.
It's impossible not to be judgmental. Just for a heads up, that's an impossibility. Every person's judgmental. And there's nothing wrong with being judgmental, sir. That's how we get by in life.
Okay.
When you go to Burger King, you're judgmental when you order a Whopper over just a regular double cheeseburger. That's being judgmental towards the double cheeseburger.
No, it's giving yourself choice. Because you have choices.
Yeah, but you're making a judgment. I want this instead of that.
You're pretty much making a judgment by saying, well, this one's better than this one because I'm ordering this.
Don't discriminate against the double cheeseburger.
It's on how much money you can spend. I mean, it's not really being judged.
Okay, but so even that's a judgment. You're saying I'm making the judgment. I only have this amount of money, so I can only. Okay, so that's a righteous judgment. It's okay to judge, sir.
But still,
don't let democratic politicians get in your head. Who?
Oh, I don't like any of that either.
I'm sure you don't. Like the political correctness stuff, man. That's where the mindset of don't be judgmental comes from. It's okay to judge.
I'm a libertarian. I don't give a shit about government. I think minimize government.
Okay. But that's
all
I'm saying.
It's just the fact of it. It's just
a
little too much.
Well, for who?
For everybody. Because that's
that's
you
not
get people
a fact.
that argue. No, yes it is.
Well, of course it's not,
because I see
sir.
tons of people arguing with you constantly.
Okay, but that
and I'm trying not to. I'm just trying to say, hey, why don't you just, instead of trying to pretty much belittle everybody into believing into a belief, if they want to believe it or not, I mean, literally you have been here for a couple semesters literally belittling people.
Over a year now. And so when you say belittle, sir, are you saying because we're preaching, we're belittling?
Well, no, because you said, now if you don't believe, you're going to go to hell. How do you know that they don't believe or not? See, what I'm saying is, but you don't know their situation. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know your situation, and you're an enemy of God. So let's worry about you today.
So you're judging me as an enemy of God?
I am, sir, yes. You're exactly right. Does it bother you that you're at war with God? You're living in His universe, and yet you want nothing to do with Him?
I never said that it bothers me or it doesn't bother me.
Does it bother you?
And then how
Well,
do
that's
you
why
judge,
I asked. Does
how
it
do
bother
you go about
you?
judging me as an enemy of God?
Because out of the abundance of your mouth, or your heart, your mouth has been speaking, sir.
Okay, and the fact of it, I just been saying, just be peaceful. Like
Sir, are you right with God?
I'm right with everybody.
No, God. Have you been born again?
I've been born. I've been saved. I've been everything else.
Is your life motivated by Christ?
Right now, it's motivated by profit.
By profit?
Mm-hmm.
What? Well, profit, money.
Exactly.
So that's your God, mammon.
If you want to go to ancient terms, no.
Okay, the dollar, the U.S. dollar.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Okay.
But,
as of right now, yes.
But why would you live for something that's perishing, that's fading away, that can never satisfy you?
But I've been born again, and that didn't satisfy me.
Not if that's
either.
your God.
No. Nothing satisfies
if someone's
me.
born again, sir, they don't become unborn again.
Okay, but what I'm saying is still, just why don't you just preach peacefully?
Sir, you can have peace with God.
But why don't you
instead of being at war with Him?
I'm not at war with anybody.
Sir, again, I, honestly, man, I'm not going to take my marching orders from your feelings. Okay, we're going to get it from God. But I really am concerned about your soul.
But see,
I'm not worried. That's why we come out here, so that whatever you heard, at least now we're having this conversation, and you're hearing a little more about Christ.
Could you read me